The Roman civilization, which began as a small settlement in central Italy, grew to dominate much of the known world, leaving an indelible mark on Western culture, politics, law, and engineering. Roman history is typically divided into two key periods: the Roman Republic, 509 BCE to 27 BCE, and the Roman Empire, 27 BCE, 476 CE. The transition from a republican system of government to imperial rule was shaped by internal conflicts, military conquests, and political transformations that would influence world history for centuries to come. The myth of Romulus and Remus. According to Roman legend, the city of Rome was founded in 753 BCE by the twins Romulus and Remus, who were said to be the sons of the god Mars and raised by a she-wolf. After a dispute, Romulus killed Remus and became the first king of Rome, giving his name to the city. Archaeological origins. In reality, Rome likely grew from a small Latin settlement on the Palatine Hill near the Tiber River. It benefited from its strategic location, which facilitated trade and defense. Early kings and Roman society. Rome was initially ruled by kings, with the last king being Tarquinius Superbus, Tarquin the Proud. Under the kings, Rome expanded its territory, established its early political and religious institutions, and constructed important infrastructure, including temples and walls. The overthrow of the monarchy. In 509 BCE, the Roman monarchy was overthrown by a group of aristocrats led by Lucius Junius Brutus, following the scandal involving the king's son, Sextus Tarquinius, and the noblewoman Lucretia. This event marked the beginning of the Roman Republic, as the Romans vowed never to be ruled by a king again. The structure of the Republic. The Roman Republic was a unique political system where power was shared between different institutions. The Senate, comprised of Rome's aristocratic families, the patricians. The Senate was the primary governing body and advised magistrates. Magistrates, elected officials, including 2 consuls who held the highest executive power. They ruled for 1 year and shared power to prevent tyranny. The assemblies. These were democratic bodies in which Roman citizens could vote on laws and elect magistrates. The struggle of the orders, patricians versus plebeians. A major feature of the early republic was the conflict of the orders, a struggle between the patricians, the aristocratic class, and the plebeians, the commoners. Over time, the plebeians gained political representation through the creation of the office of the tribune of the plebs and the codification of Roman law in the 12 Tables, 451 BCE. Expansion of Rome. The Punic Wars. During the Republic, Rome embarked on a series of military expansions, the most significant being the Punic Wars, 264 to 46 BCE, against Carthage, a powerful city-state in North Africa. The most famous general of this era was Hannibal Barca, who led Carthaginian forces across the Alps in a daring invasion of Italy. Rome ultimately emerged victorious, destroying Carthage and establishing itself as the dominant power in the Mediterranean. The Roman legions. The Roman Republic was known for its military might, primarily through its legions. Roman soldiers, known for their discipline and training, were crucial in expanding and protecting Roman territory. Military service became a key element of Roman identity and was tied to political status and citizenship. Internal conflict. The Gracchi and reform movements. In the later Republic, Rome faced increasing internal strife, particularly over land ownership, wealth inequality, and the rights of the plebeians. Tiberius Gracchus and Gaius Gracchus, 2 brothers from a wealthy plebeian family, proposed reforms to redistribute land and give more rights to the poor. Both were killed, highlighting the growing tensions within Roman society. Rise of military dictatorships. By the 1st century BCE, Rome was beset by internal conflict. Powerful generals like Gaius Marius and Lucius Cornelius Sulla used their armies to seize political power, undermining the authority of the Senate. Sulla became dictator in 82 BCE, and though he later resigned, his rule demonstrated the fragility of the republican system. The First Triumvirate. In 60 BCE, a political alliance known as the First Triumvirate was formed between Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus. This alliance allowed these 3 men to dominate Roman politics. Caesar, however, emerged as the most powerful, leading military campaigns in Gaul, modern-day France, and building his popularity with the Roman people. Caesar's dictatorship and assassination, 44 BCE. Julius Caesar's growing power alarmed the Senate, and after crossing the Rubicon River in 49 BCE, he sparked a civil war. By 45 BCE, Caesar had declared himself dictator for life, a move that threatened the very foundations of the Republic. On March 15, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators led by Brutus and Cassius. The Second Triumvirate and the rise of Octavian. Following Caesar's death, a new power struggle emerged between his supporters and enemies. The Second Triumvirate, consisting of Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, Mark Antony, and Lepidus, defeated Caesar's assassins but eventually fell into internal conflict. Octavian, later known as Augustus, defeated Mark Antony and his ally Cleopatra of Egypt at the Battle of Actium in 3 BCE, becoming the sole ruler of Rome. Augustus and the beginning of the Roman Empire. In 27 BCE, Octavian was granted the title Augustus, becoming the first emperor of Rome. His reign marked the transition from the Republic to the Roman Empire. Augustus reformed the Roman government, created a standing army, and initiated the Pax Romana, Roman peace, a period of relative stability and prosperity that lasted for over 2 centuries. The Pax Romana, height of the empire. During the Pax Romana, Rome reached the height of its territorial expansion, encompassing vast regions from Britain in the northwest to Egypt in the southeast. Roman culture, law, and infrastructure flourished during this time. Roman law, codified laws and legal principles that influenced future legal systems. Engineering. The Romans built roads, aqueducts, and monumental buildings like the Colosseum and Pantheon. Cultural influence. Roman literature, art, and architecture reached new heights, with figures like Virgil, Ovid, and Seneca leaving lasting legacies. The Julio-Claudian and Flavian dynasties. After Augustus, the Julio-Claudian dynasty ruled Rome, including emperors like Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, and Nero. While some emperors were effective rulers, others, such as Caligula and Nero, became infamous for their tyrannical and eccentric behavior. The Flavian dynasty followed, with Vespasian and his sons, Titus and Domitian, restoring stability after the chaos of Nero's reign and a brief civil war. The 5 Good Emperors, 96 to 180 CE. The 5 Good Emperors, Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, and Marcus Aurelius, are often considered the height of the Roman Empire. Under these emperors, the empire expanded to its greatest extent, with Trajan conquering Dacia, modern Romania, and parts of the Middle East. Hadrian focused on consolidating and defending the empire, building Hadrian's Wall in Britain. Decline begins, Commodus and the Severan dynasty. The death of Marcus Aurelius in 180 CE marked the end of the Pax Romana. His son, Commodus, was a controversial and erratic ruler whose assassination in 192 CE plunged Rome into a period of civil war known as the Crisis of the 3rd Century. Civil war and external threats. The crisis of the 3rd century was a period of military anarchy and political instability. Rome faced invasions from Germanic tribes and Persians, while also dealing with internal strife and economic collapse. A rapid succession of emperors, many of whom were assassinated, further destabilized the empire. Reforms of Diocletian. In an attempt to restore order, Emperor Diocletian, r. 284 to 305 CE, implemented significant reforms. He divided the empire into the Eastern and Western Roman empires and created the Tetrarchy, a system of 4 co-emperors to better manage the vast territories. Constantine and the Christianization of Rome. Constantine the Great, r. 306 to 3337 CE, reunited the empire and became the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity. He established Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, as the new capital of the Eastern Roman Empire in 330 CE, shifting power to the east. The Edict of Milan in 313 CE legalized Christianity, and it became the empire's dominant religion. The sack of Rome and the fall of the West. Throughout the 4th and 5th centuries, the Western Roman Empire faced increasing pressure from barbarian invasions. In 410 CE, the Visigoths under Alaric sacked Rome, a shocking blow to the empire's prestige. The final collapse came in 476 CE, when the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic chieftain Odoacer, marking the traditional end of the Western Roman Empire. The survival of the Eastern Empire. While the Western Roman Empire fell, the Eastern Roman Empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, continued to thrive. Its capital, Constantinople, remained a powerful and wealthy city, preserving Roman and Greek traditions. The Byzantine Empire would last for nearly 1,000 more years, until the fall of Constantinople in 1453 CE. Roman law, language, and culture. The legacy of the Roman Empire is profound. Roman law formed the foundation of many modern legal systems, particularly in Europe. The Latin language gave rise to the Romance languages, Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian, and Roman art, architecture, and literature continued to influence Western culture long after the empire's fall. Christianity and the Roman Empire. Christianity, which was initially persecuted by the Roman authorities, became the empire's official religion by the end of the 4th century. The Roman Empire played a crucial role in spreading Christianity throughout Europe and the Mediterranean world. The Roman Republic and Empire stand as two of the most influential political entities in world history. From its origins as a small city-state to its dominance over much of the known world, Rome shaped the development of Western civilization. Its contributions to governance, law, military organization, architecture, and culture continue to influence modern societies. The fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE marked the end of an era, but the Byzantine Empire ensured that Roman traditions lived on in the East for centuries to come.